In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And the earth was waste and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening and there was morning one day. And God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. And God called the firmament heaven. And there was evening and there was morning, a second day. And God said, "Let the waters under the heavens be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he seas. And God saw that it was good. And God said, "Let the earth put forth grass, herbs yielding seed, and fruit trees bearing fruit after their kind, wherein is the seed thereof upon the earth." And it was so. And the earth brought forth grass, herbs yielding seed after their kind, and trees bearing fruit, wherein is the seed thereof after their kind. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening and there was morning, a third day. And God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years, and let them be for lights in the firmament of heaven to give light upon the earth." And it was so. And God made the two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also, and God set them in the firmament of heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening and there was morning, a fourth day. And God said, "Let the water swarm with swarms of living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven." And God created the great sea monsters, and every living creature that moveth, wherewith the water swarmed after their kind, and every winged bird after its kind. And God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters and the seas, and let birds multiply on the earth." And there was evening and there was morning, a fifth day. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth living creatures after their kind, cattle and creeping things, and beasts of the earth after their kind." And it was so. And God made the beasts of the earth after their kind, and the cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the ground after its kind. And God saw that it was good. And God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the heavens, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth." And God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male and female created he them. And God blessed them. And God said unto them, "Be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the heavens, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth." And God said, "Behold, I have given you every herb yielding seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree, and which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for food. And to every beast of the earth, and to every bird of the heavens, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for food." And it was so. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And there was evening and there was morning, the sixth day. And the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the seventh day God finished his work which he had made. And he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. And God blessed the seventh day and hallowed it, because that in it he rested from all his work which God had created and made. These are the generations of the heavens and of the earth when they were created, in the day that Jehovah God made earth and heaven. And no plant of the field was yet in the earth, and no herb of the field had yet sprung up, for Jehovah God had not caused it to rain upon the earth. And there was not a man to till the ground, but there went up a mist from the earth, and watered the whole face of the ground. And Jehovah God formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. And Jehovah God planted a garden eastward in Eden, and there he put the man whom he had formed. And out of the ground made Jehovah God to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight and good for food, the tree of life also in the midst of the garden, and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And a river went out of Eden to water the garden, and from thence it was parted and became four heads. The name of the first is Pishon. is it which compasseth the whole land of Havilah, where there is gold, and the gold of that land is good. there is bdellium in the onyx stone. And the name of the second river is Gihon. The same is it that compasseth the whole land of Cush. And the name of the third river is Hiddekel. That is it, which go in front of Assyria. And the fourth river is the Euphrates. And Jehovah God took the man and put him into the Garden of Eden to dress it and to keep it. And Jehovah God commanded the man, saying, of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat of it. For in the day that thou eatest thereof, thou shalt surely die. Then Jehovah God said, it is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him a helpmeet for him, and out of the ground Jehovah God formed every beast of the field and every bird of the heavens, and brought them unto the man to see what he would call them. And whatsoever the man called every living creature, that was the name thereof. And the man gave names to all cattle, and to the birds of the heavens, and to every beast of the field. But for man there was not found a helpmeet for him. And Jehovah God caused a deep sleep to fall upon the man, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh instead thereof. And the rib which Jehovah God had taken from the man made he a woman, and brought her unto the man. And the man said, this is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. And they were both naked, the man and his wife, and were not ashamed. Now the serpent was more crafty than any of the wild animals the Lord God had made. He said to the woman, did God really say, you must not eat from any tree in the garden? The woman answered, we may eat fruit from the trees in the garden, but God did say, you must not eat fruit from the tree that is in the middle of the garden, and you must not touch it, or you will die. You will not certainly die. The serpent said to the woman, for God knows that when you eat from it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil. When the woman saw that the fruit of the tree was good for food and pleasing to the eye, and also desirable for gaining wisdom, she took some and ate it. She also gave some to her husband who was with her, and he ate it. And the eyes of both of them were opened, and they realized they were naked. So they sewed fig leaves together and made coverings for themselves. Then the man and his wife heard the sound of the Lord God as he was walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And they hid from the Lord God among the trees of the garden. But the Lord God called to the man, where are you? He answered, I heard you in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid. And he said, who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree I commanded you not to eat from? The man said, the woman you put here with me, she gave me some fruit from the tree, and I ate it. Then the Lord God said to the woman, what is this you have done? The woman said, the serpent deceived me, and I ate. So the Lord God said to the serpent, because you have done this, cursed are you above all livestock and all wild animals. You will crawl on your belly, and you will eat dust all the days of your life. And I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your offspring and hers. He will crush your head, and you will strike his heel. To the woman he said, I will make your pains in childbearing very severe. With painful labor you will give birth to children. Your desire will be for your husband, and he will rule over you. To Adam he said, because you listened to your wife and ate fruit from the tree about which I commanded you, you must not eat from it. Cursed is the ground because of you. Through painful toil you will eat of it all the days of your life. It will produce thorns and thistles for you, and you will eat the plants of the field by the sweat of your brow. You will eat your food until you return to the ground, since from it you were taken. For dust you are, and to dust you will return. Adam named his wife Eve, because she would become the mother of all the living. The Lord God made garments of skin for Adam and his wife and clothed them. And the Lord God said, the man has now become like one of us, knowing good and evil. He must not be allowed to reach out his hand and take also from the tree of life and eat and live forever. So the Lord God banished him from the Garden of Eden to work the ground from which he had been taken. After he drove the man out, he placed on the east side of the Garden of Eden cherubim and the flaming sword, flashing back and forth to guard the way to the tree of life. Now Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bore Cain, saying, I have gotten a man with the help of the Lord. And again, she bore his brother Abel. Now Abel was a keeper of sheep, and Cain was a worker of the ground. In the course of time, Cain brought an offering to the Lord from the fruit of the ground, and Abel also brought of the firstborn of his flock and of their fat portions. And the Lord had regard for Abel and his offering, but for Cain and his offering he had no regard. So Cain was very angry, and his face fell. The Lord said to Cain, why are you angry? And why has your face fallen? If you do well, will you not be accepted? And if you do not do well, sin is crouching at the door. Its desire is for you, but you must rule over it. Cain said to his brother Abel, let us go out to the field. And when they were in the field, Cain rose up against his brother Abel and killed him. And the Lord said to Cain, where is your brother Abel? Cain said, I do not know him, I'm my brother's keeper. And the Lord said, what have you done? The voice of your brother's blood is crying to me from the ground. And now you are cursed from the ground, which has opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. When you work the ground, it shall no longer yield to you its strength. You shall be a fugitive and a wanderer on the earth. Cain said to the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, you have driven me today away from the ground, and from your face I shall be hidden. I shall be a fugitive and a wanderer on the earth, and whoever finds me will kill me. Then the Lord said to him, not so. If anyone kills Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. Then the Lord put a mark on Cain, lest any who found him should attack him. Then Cain went away from the presence of the Lord and settled in the land of Nod, east of Eden. Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bore Enoch. When he built a city, he called the name of the city after the name of his son, Enoch. This is the record of Adam's family line. When God created mankind, he made them in his own likeness. He created them male and female, blessed them, and called them mankind when they were created. Adam lived 130 years and had a son in his own likeness, in his own image, and named him Seth. After Seth was born, Adam lived 800 more years and had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Adam lived 30 years, and then he died. Seth lived 105 years and had a son named Enosh after Enosh was born. Seth lived 807 more years and had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Seth lived 912 years, and then he died. Enosh lived 90 years and had a son named Kenan after Kenan was born. Enosh lived 815 more years and had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Enosh lived 905 years, and then he died. Kenan lived 70 years and had a son named Mahalalel after Mahalalel was born. Kenan lived 840 more years and had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Kenan lived 912 years, and then he died. Mahalalel lived 65 years and had a son named Jared after Jared was born. Mahalalel lived 30 more years and had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Mahalalel lived 95 years, and then he died. Jared lived 62 years and had a son named Enoch after Enoch was born. Jared lived 800 more years and had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Jared lived 9662 years, and then he died. Enoch lived 65 years and had a son named Methuselah after Methuselah was born. Enoch walked closely with God for 300 years and had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Enoch lived 365 years. Enoch walked with God, and then he was gone because God took him. Methuselah lived 187 years and had a son named Lamech after Lamech was born. Methuselah lived 782 more years and had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Methuselah lived 969 years, and then he died. Lamech lived 182 years and had a son. He named him Noah, saying he will bring us comfort in our work and in the painful labor of our hands caused by the ground. The Lord is cursed. After Noah was born, Lamech lived 595 more years and had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Lamech lived 777 years, and then he died. Noah was 500 years old, and he had sons named Shem, Ham, and Japheth. When people began to multiply on the earth and daughters were born to them, the sons of God saw that the daughters of humans were beautiful, and they took wives for themselves, any they chose. Then the Lord said, "My spirit will not remain with mankind forever, because they are corrupt. Their days will be limited to 120 years. There were giants on the earth in those days, and also afterward, when the sons of God had children with the daughters of humans. These were the mighty men of old, men of great reputation. The Lord saw how great the wickedness of humanity had become on the earth, and that every thought and intention of their hearts was only evil all the time. The Lord regretted that he had made mankind on the earth, and it deeply grieved him. So the Lord said, I will wipe from the face of the earth the human race I have created, and with them the animals, the creeping things, and the birds of the sky, for I regret that I have made them." But Noah found favor in the eyes of the Lord. This is the account of Noah. Noah was a righteous man, blameless among the people of his time, and he walked faithfully with God. Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Now the earth was corrupt in God's sight and filled with violence. God saw how corrupt the earth had become for all people on earth that corrupted their ways. So God said to Noah, I am going to put an end to all people, because the earth is filled with violence. Because of them I will surely destroy both them and the earth. So make yourself an ark out of gopher wood, make rooms in it and cover it inside and out with pitch. This is how you are to build it. The ark is to be 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high. Make a roof for it, leaving an opening 1 cubit below the top. Put a door in the side of the ark and make lower, middle, and upper decks. I am gonna bring flood waters on the earth to destroy all life under the heavens. Every creature that has the breath of life in it. Everything on earth will perish, but I will establish my covenant with you, and you will enter the ark, you and your sons, your wife, and your sons' wives with you. You are to bring into the ark 2 of all living creatures, male and female, to keep them alive with you. Birds according to their kinds, animals according to their kinds, and every creeping thing on the ground according to its kind. 2 of every kind will come to you to be kept alive. You ought to take with you every kind of food that can be eaten, and store it away as food for you and for them. Noah did everything exactly as God commanded him. Then the Lord said to Noah, "Come into the ark, you and your whole household, because I have found you righteous before me in this generation. Take with you 7 pairs of every clean animal, a male and its female, and 1 pair of every unclean animal, a male and its female. Also take 7 pairs of the birds of the sky, male and female, to keep their kinds alive throughout the earth. In 7 days I will send rain on the earth for 40 days and 40 nights, and I will wipe from the face of the earth every living thing I have made." And Noah did everything the Lord commanded him. Noah was 600 years old when the flood waters came on the earth. Noah entered the ark with his sons, his wife, and his sons' wives to escape the flood waters. Clean animals and unclean animals, birds, and everything that creeps along the ground came to Noah and into the ark in pairs, male and female, just as God had commanded Noah. Waters came upon the earth in the 600th year of Noah's life. On the 17th day of the 2nd month, all the springs of the great deep burst open, and the floodgates of the heavens were open. Rain fell on the earth for 40 days and 40 nights. On that same day, Noah entered the ark with his sons Shem, Ham, and Japheth, along with his wife and his sons' 3 wives. They had with them every kind of wild animal, livestock, creeping thing, and bird, everything that moves on the earth. Pairs of all living creatures that had the breath of life came to Noah and entered the ark. The animals going in were male and female of every living thing, just as God had commanded Noah. Then the Lord shut him in. The flood continued on the earth for 40 days. The waters increased and lifted the ark high above the earth. The waters rose and increased greatly on the earth, and the ark floated on the surface of the waters. The waters rose so greatly that all the high mountains under the entire heavens were covered. The waters rose more than 15 cubits above the mountains, covering them completely. Every living thing that moved on the earth perished, birds, livestock, wild animals, every creature that swarms on the earth, and all mankind, everything on dry land that had the breath of life in its nostrils died. Every living thing on the face of the earth was wiped out, people and animals, creeping things and birds of the sky. They were removed from the earth. Only Noah was left, and those with him in the ark. The waters flooded the earth for 150 days. But God remembered Noah and all the animals and livestock that were with him in the ark. And he sent a wind over the earth, and the waters began to go down. The fountains of the deep and the floodgates of the heavens were closed, and the rain from the sky stopped. The waters steadily receded from the earth, and after 150 days the waters had gone down. On the 17th day of the 7th month, the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. The waters continued to go down until the 10th month. Then on the first day of the 10th month, the tops of the mountains became visible. After 40 days, Noah opened the window he had made in the ark and sent out a raven. It kept flying back and forth until the waters had dried up from the earth. Then he sent out a dove to see if the water had receded from the surface of the ground. But the dove could find nowhere to rest, because there was water over all the surface of the earth. So it returned to Noah in the ark. He reached out his hand, took the dove and brought it back into the ark. He waited 7 more days and again sent out the dove from the ark. When the dove returned to him in the evening, it had a freshly picked olive leaf in its beak. Then Noah knew that the waters had gone down from the earth. He waited 7 more days and sent out the dove again, but this time it did not return to him. In the 601st year of Noah's life, on the first day of the first month, the waters had dried up from the earth. Noah removed the covering from the ark and saw that the surface of the ground was dry. By the 27th day of the 2nd month, the earth was completely dry. Then God said to Noah, "Come out of the ark, you and your wife, your sons and your sons' wives. Bring out every kind of living creature that is with you, birds, animals, and every creeping thing, so they can multiply on the earth and be fruitful and increase in number." So Noah came out along with his sons, his wife, and his sons' wives. Every animal, every creeping thing, and every bird, everything that moves on the earth came out of the ark, each according to its kind. Then Noah built an altar to the Lord and took some of all the clean animals and clean birds and offered burnt offerings on the altar. The Lord smelled the pleasing aroma and said in his heart, "Never again will I curse the ground because of humans, even though every inclination of the human heart is evil from youth. And never again will I destroy all living creatures as I have done." As long as the earth remains, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night will never cease. Then God blessed Noah and his sons and said to them, "Be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth. The fear and dread of you will fall on all the animals of the earth and all the birds of the sky, on every creature that moves along the ground and all the fish in the sea. They are given into your hands. Everything that lives and moves will be food for you. Just as I gave you the green plants, I now give you everything. But you must not eat meat that still has its lifeblood in it. And I will require a reckoning for your lifeblood. I will demand it from every animal and from each human being. I will demand a reckoning for the life of another human being. Whoever sheds human blood, by human shall the blood be shed. For in the image of God as God made mankind. As for you, be fruitful and multiply, spread out across the earth and increase upon it." Then God said to Noah and to his sons with him, "I now establish my covenant with you and with your descendants after you, and with every living creature that was with you, the birds, the livestock, and all the wild animals, everything that came out of the ark with you, every living thing on earth. I establish my covenant with you. Never again will all life be destroyed by the waters of a flood. Never again will there be a flood to destroy the earth." And God said, "This is the sign of the covenant I am making between me and you and every living creature with you for all generations to come. I have set my rainbow in the clouds, and it will be the sign of the covenant between me and the earth. Whenever I bring clouds over the earth and the rainbow appears in them, I will remember my covenant between me and you and all living creatures of every kind. Never again will the waters become a flood to destroy all life. Whenever the rainbow appears in the clouds, I will see it and remember the everlasting covenant between God and all living creatures on the earth." So God said to Noah, "This is the sign of the covenant I have established between me and all life on the earth." The sons of Noah who came out of the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. These were the 3 sons of Noah. And from them the whole earth was populated. Noah, a man of the soil, began to plant a vineyard. He drank some of its wine, became drunk, and lay uncovered inside his tent. Ham, the father of Canaan, saw his father naked and told his 2 brothers outside. But Shem and Japheth took a garment, laid it across their shoulders, and walked him backward to cover their father's nakedness. They kept their faces turned away so they would not see him. When Noah woke from his wine and learned what his youngest son had done to him, he said,
"Cursed be Canaan, the lowest of servants. he will be to his brothers, he also said.
Blessed be the Lord, the God of Shem. May Canaan be the servant of Shem. May God expand Japheth's territory. May he live in the tents of Shem. And may Canaan be the servant after the flood. Noah lived 350 years. Altogether Noah lived not for 50 years. And then he died.
This is the account of Shem, Ham, and Japheth, the sons of Noah, who had sons after the flood. Japheth's descendants.
The sons of Japheth, Gomer, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, Meshech, and Tyras. The sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz, Rephath, and Togarmah. The sons of Javanim, Elisha, Tarshish, Kittim, and Dodanim. From these came the coastland people spread out in their lands, each with their own language by the clans and nations. Ham's descendants.
The sons of Ham, Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan. The sons of Cush, Seba, Havila, Sapta, Rama, and Sapteka. The sons of Rama,
Sheba and Dedan.
Cush was the father of Nimrod, who became a mighty warrior on the earth. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. That is why it is said,
like Nimrod, a mighty hunter before the Lord.
The beginning of his kingdom included Babel, Erech, Akkad, and Calneh in the land of Shinar. From the land he went to Assyria, where he built into every hole with Kala and reason which is between Nineveh and Kala. That is the great city. Mizraim was the father of the Ludites, Anamites, Lehabites, Neptuhites, Petusites, Kazuhites, and Caphtorites. Canaan was the father of Sidon, his firstborn, and Epheth, the Jebusites, Amorites, Girgashites, the Hivites, the Archites, the Knights, the Arvanites, Amorites, and Hamatites. Later the Canaanite clans were scattered. The borders of Canaan reached from Sidon toward Gerar as far as Gaza, and then toward Sodom, Gomorrah, Admah, and Zeboim as far as Lasha.
These are the sons of Ham by their clans, languages, lands, and nations. Shem's descendants.
Sons were also born to Shem, the older brother of Japheth. Shem was the ancestor of all the sons of Ever.
The sons of Shem, Elam, Asher, Ophak, Sad, Lud, and Aram. The sons of Aram, Uz, Hol, Gether, and Mash.
Sad was the father of Shelah, and Shelah was the father of Eber. Eber had two sons, one was named Peleg, because in his time the earth was divided. His brother was named Joktan. Joktan was the father of Almodad, Shelef, Hazar, Mavas, Jerah, Hadoram, Uzal, Dikla, Obal, Abima, El Sheba, Hadoram, Uzal, Dikla, Obal, Abima, El Sheba, Ophir, Habila, and Jobab. All these were sons of Joktan. The region where they lived stretched from Mesha towards Sephar in the eastern hill country.
These are the sons of Shem by their clans, languages, lands, and nations.
These are the families of the sons of Noah according to the genealogies in the nations. From these,
the nations spread out over the earth after the flood. Yeah. Back then,
Back then the whole world spoke one way, same words, one language. One say, moving east, they from the plain in Shinar. Settle down, said this is who we are. Saying let's make bricks, player, make strong and tight. Use tar for the mortar, locked it in right. Let's build a city tower to the sky. Make a name for ourselves, reach up high. Otherwise we'll scatter, lose our place, fade away without a trace. But the Lord came down just to see what they done. City and tower rising under the sun. He said they want people, one voice, one sound. If they keep this up, nothing will hold them down. Come, let's go down, change what they say, mix up the speak so they can't understand the way. So we spread them out across the land. Work came to a stop, slipped through their hands. That place got named Babel for the confusion and broad language. Split every sentence caught. From there they scattered across the earth. Different tongues, a divided birth. This is Shem's line, let the record be told. 2 years after the flood he was 100 years old. He had Arphaxad, then time rolled on. 5 more centuries, more children born. Arphaxad at 35 had Shelah next in line. Lived 400 more, his legacy defined. Shelah at 30 brought Eber through. 4 more centuries, his family grew. Eber at 34 had Peleg come through. 430 years, more children too. Peleg at 30 had Ru in place. 200 more years, continued the race. Ru at 32 had Serug appear. 200 more years, line stayed clear. Serug at 30 had an airborne. 200 years after, more life form. Ner at 29 had Terra next. Lived over 100 more, family complex. Terra at 70 had 3 sons rise. Abram, Nahor, Haran. Key names in the line. Key names in the line. Key names in the line. Haran Ron a lot, but died too soon. Back in Europe, cut down before noon. Abram took Sarai and her to Milcah. Family ties running deep through Haran's bloodline. But Sarai had no child at that time. An empty womb in the middle of the line. Terah gathered them, said let's go from Ur to Canaan. But not in one flow, they stopped in Haran, settled instead. And that's where Terah lived, and where he died when his days had fled. Yeah. And the Lord spoke clear to Abram one day. Leave your home, your land, walk away from your father's house to a place I'll show. Step out on faith, time to go. I'll build you up, make your name stand tall. A great nation rising from it all. You'll be a blessing, that's the plan. My favor resting on you, man. I'll bless the ones who treat you right. Stand against you, I said it right through you. Every family on earth will see a path to hope away through me. So Abram moved like the Lord had said. I went with them for what they led. 75 when he took that call. Stepped into purpose, gave it his all. Took Sarai's wife, locked by his side. All they had gathered on that ride. Servants and people, everything owned. Headed to Canaan, the place unknown. Abram passed through the land, kept walking on. To Shechem's streets where more stood strong. At that time, Canaanites filled that land. Still he moved by God's command. Then the Lord appeared and said it plain. To your descendants, I'll give this land. So Abram built an altar right there, a mark of faith, a sign of prayer. From there he moved to the hills nearby, between Bethel West and I. Pitched his tent, called on the name, built another altar, same devotion, same flame. Step by step he kept moving through, heading south as the desert grew. Then a famine hit, the land ran dry, so Abram went to Egypt just to survive. Nearing the border he spoke with care. Sarai, listen, you're beautiful, rare. When they see you they might take your life. Say you're my sister, not my wife. Let it go that way so I can live, and maybe we both make it through this. So when they entered Egypt's land, the people noticed her, just like he planned. Pharaoh's officials saw her worth, spoke of her beauty across the earth. She was taken into Pharaoh's place, divine honor lifted in status and grace. Because of her Abram gained more livestock, servants, riches galore. But the Lord struck Pharaoh's house with pain. Serious trouble, something not plain. Because Sarai was Abram's wife, this deception stirred up strife. Pharaoh called Abram face to face. What have you done in this place? Why didn't you say she was your bride? Why did you let the truth just slide? I could have taken her as my own. Now take her back, leave, be gone. So Pharaoh sent him on his way with everything he had that day. His wife, his goods, all intact, escorted out, no turning back. Yeah. Abram left Egypt, headed back north with Sarai lot, and only brought forth livestock heavy, silver and gold, blessings stacking, wealth taking hold. He moved from place to place, step by step, back to Bethel where he once had slept. Between Bethel and Ai, same ground he knew, where he built that altar and called God through. There he called on the name again, stayed connected no matter where he been. Lot was rolling with Abram still, flocks and herds that were growing at will. The land couldn't hold them both in peace, too much wealth, no room to increase. Tension rose between those who led, herdsmen arguing, words being said. Canaanites and others lived there too, watching everything they would do. Abram said, let's not fight like this. We're family, we don't need conflict, the whole land's open. Choose your side, you go left, I'll go right. You take one path, I'll take the other. Let's keep peace between each other. Lot looked out and saw the plain, Jordan Valley, green like rain. Well-watered land, rich and wide like Eden's garden, flowing with life. This was before the cities fell, before Sodom and Gomorrah knew hell. So Lot chose that region, took the east, separated paths, peace released. Abram stayed in Canaan's land, Lot moved near Sodom, close at hand. But the people that were deep in wrong, wicked hearts, corruption strong. After Lot went on his way, the Lord spoke to Abram that day. Lift your eyes, look all around, north, south, east, west. This ground, all you see, I'm giving to you and to your children coming through. Your descendants, too many to count, like dust on earth beyond the mount. Walk the land, go far and wide, every step I'm on your side. Abram moved his camp once more to Hebron's trees near Mamre's shore. Built an altar, made it clear God was with them, always near. Back up there. Back in the days when kings took the stage and Refilaria, power and rage, Chedorlaomer and title in line, rulers of nations drawing battle lines. They went to war with kings of the plain, bearer of Sodom, Birch's domain. Shinab, Shemet was Zor's king too. 5 against 4, conflict grew. They all gathered in the valley of Siddim, the Salt Sea region. Battle was driven. 12 years they served Chedorlaomer's hand, but year 13 they took a stand. In year 14 he came back strong with allied kings marching along. Struck the Repame, Autisim fell, and Meme too brought low as well. Horites driven from out inside all the way to Para, nowhere to hide. Then they turned, came back around, hit and Mishpat took that ground. Now Malachite land and Emirate zone has his own Tamar now overthrown. Then the 5 kings stepped to fight against the 4 in full-on might. The valley was filled with dark deep. Kings of Sodom and Gomorrah couldn't keep. They fled the field, fell into traps. Others escaped through mountain gaps. The victors took everything they could find. Food and goods left nothing behind. Lot was taken, Abram's kin, living in Sodom when they came in. Captured and carried away with the rest. Pulled into chaos, stripped of his nest. One survivor made it out alive. Came to Abram, your family won't survive. Abram heard and didn't wait. Trained his men, 318 ready to operate. Split his forces, moved at night. Hit them hard in a surprise fight. Chased them north, didn't slow down. All the way past Damascus town. Took back the goods, reclaimed the land. Brought back Lot and everyone in hand. On the way back from victory sound, the king of Sodom came around. Then another stepped into view, Melchizedek, priest and king too. King of Salem, bringing bread and wine, blessing Abram in the moment divine. He said, blessed be Abram by God most high, creator of earth and sky. And blessed be God who gave you the wind, delivered your enemies into your hands again. Abram gave him a tenth of all, a tithe from the victory, honor in the call. The king of Sodom said, give me the people back, keep the goods, take the stack. Abram said, I made a vow to God most high, I won't take anything now. Not a threat, not a strap, not a thing. So no one can say you made me king. Only what my men have eaten stands, and what belongs to my allies' hands. After all that, the word came through. A vision at night, clear and true. Don't be afraid, I'm your shield. Your reward's greater than what you've seen revealed. Abram said, Lord, what can you give? I've got no child, no heir to live. Eliezer stands to take my place, a servant in line for my family's base. You've given me no child of my own, so one born in my house will inherit my throne. God replied, I won't be your line. Your own son will carry your name in time. Then he led him outside on the night's display. Look at the sky, count if you can the array. That's how your descendants will be, more than the stars you're able to see. Abram believed, it settled deep, and God counted that faith as righteous to keep. Then God said, I'm the one who brought you out from Ur of the Chaldeans. Remove the doubt, I gave you this land, made it your place, your inheritance set by my grace. Abram said, Lord, how can I know that this promise you've made will truly show? God said, bring me animals, set them apart. A heifer, a goat, a ram to start, a dove and a pigeon. Bring them to this covenant's forming between me and you. Abram obeyed, laid them down, cut them in half, spread them on the ground. Birds stayed whole, placed nearby, waiting beneath the open sky. Birds of prey came circling low. Abram drove them off, wouldn't let them grow. As the sun began to fade from sight, a deep sleep fell thick as night. A heavy darkness wrapped him tight. Something serious filled the air that night. God said, know this, your line will go to a foreign land they don't yet know. They'll be strangers oppressed and bound, 400 years in another ground. But I'll judge that nation in the end, and your people will leave with wealth to spend. You'll rest in peace, live long, die old. Your story complete as your life unfolds in the 4th generation. They'll come back here, for the Amorites' time isn't finished yet. That's clear. When the sun went down, darkness grew. A smoking fire pot passed into view. A burning flame between the pieces laid. A covenant sealed, a promise made. That day God made it clear and strong. This land is yours, it's been yours all along. From Egypt's river to the great Euphrates flow, all this land I'm giving, this is what you'll know. Kenites, Kenizzites, Canaanites too, Hittites, Perizzites, I'm handing them to you. Refame, Amorites, Canaanites, ground, Girgashites, Jebusites. This promise is bound. Promise is bound. Sarai, Abram's wife, still had no child. Time kept passing, the pressure ran wild. She had an Egyptian servant named Hagar. And she said to Abram, maybe this goes farther. The Lord's held back a child from me. Go to my servant, build a family. Abram, listen, went along, took Hagar in, though something felt wrong. Sarai gave her to Abram his wife. 10 years in Canaan, this was their life. Hagar conceived, she knew she had, and looked at Sarai like she wasn't glad. Sarai felt it, the shift, the sting, said to Abram, this isn't a small thing. I gave her to you, now look what's grown. She's lost respect, and it's clearly shown that God decide between you and me. This situation's not how it should be. Abram said, she's still your servant, do what you think is right, be certain. Sarai dealt harshly, pushed her away, so Hagar ran, couldn't stay. An angel of the Lord found her there, by a spring in the desert, quiet air. Hagar servant of Sarai, where'd you go? Where are you heading? He needed to know. She said, I'm running from my mistress' hand, trying to escape what I can't withstand. The angel said, go back, stand firm, submit for now, this won't be long term. I'll multiply your descendants to more than numbers anyone can view. You'll have a son, call him Ishmael. God hears your pain, knows it well. He'll be wild, strong, hard to contain, living free, though surrounded by strain. Hagar realized who was spoken that day and called on the God who sees my way. She said, I've seen the one who sees me. Even here, he still found me. So that well was named to remember the place where she encountered God face to face. Her return, stayed through it all, carried the child until the call. She gave Abram a son in time. He named him Ishmael, just as designed. Abram was 86 years old when Ishmael's story began to unfold. When Abram hit 99 years, God showed up, no dream, no sleep. I'm God Almighty, walk with me, live upright, stay steady, be who you're meant to be. I'm setting my covenant firm and wide, you'll multiply nations from your side. Abram dropped low, face to the ground, God kept speaking, voice all around. This is my promise, hear it clear, you won't just be Abram anymore here. Your name is Abraham now, understand? Father of many nations, that's the plan. I'll make you fruitful beyond belief, kings will rise from your family tree. This covenant stands through every age, you and your descendants, page by page. I'll be your God and theirs as well. Through every story your line will tell. This land you walk, Canaan's ground, I'm giving it to you forever bound. God said, here's the sign between us two, something physical to mark what's true. Every male among you mark the line, a sign in the flesh of this covenant divine. From birth to servant, all included, no one in your household excluded. This mark will show who's set apart, a covenant carried in body and heart. Anyone who refuses breaks away, cut off from the promise that stands today. Then God said, now hear me clear, your wife Sarai, her change is here. Call her Sarah from this day on, her role's expanding, her story's not done. I'll bless her, give her a son, nations will rise from what she's begun. Kings of peoples will come through her line, this promise stands, designed, divine. Abraham laughed, fell on his face, can this really happen at this stage? 100 years old, can I have a son? Sarah at 90, can this be done? He said, if Ishmael could live in your sight, that would be enough, that would be right. God said no, Sarah will bear a son of promise, this I declare. You'll call him Isaac, remember that name. My covenant will flow through him the same. It won't pass through Ishmael's line, though I still hear him, I won't decline. I'll bless him too, make him grow. 12 princes from him will flow, a great nation will come from his seed. But Isaac's line is where I lead. God said, this time next year, you'll see, Sarah will have that son from me. Then God finished and went his way, leaving Abraham with what he'd say that same day. Abraham didn't wait, moved in obedience, didn't hesitate. Took Ishmael and every male servant sons, none would fail. Every one of them marked that day, just as God had shown the way. Abraham was 99 years old when the covenant sign took hold. Ishmael was 13 at that time, marked as well in the covenant line. Same day, no delay, no pause, everything done by God's laws. Heat of the day, Abraham by the 10 oak trees of Mamre. Time well spent, he looked up, saw 3 men near, didn't hesitate, ran with honor and care. Bowed low, said, stay, don't pass me by, let me serve you, don't deny. Water for your feet, rest in the shade, I'll bring some food, let a meal be made. They said, do it, just as you said. So Abraham moved quick, no delay, no dread. Told Sarah, quick, get the flour ready, make fresh bread, keep it steady. Ran to the herd, picked the best calf, gave it to a servant, prepare it fast. Butter and milk, meat set in line. He stood nearby while they took time. They asked, where's Sarah, your wife? He said, in the tent, living her life. One said, I'll return next year and Sarah will have a son right here. Sarah listened behind the door, both of them all this seemed unsure. She laughed inside, not out loud, this kind of joy at this age. No. The Lord said, why did Sarah laugh? Is anything too hard for me to craft? At the set time, I'll come back here and she'll have a son this time next year. Sarah denied it, fear in her tone, I didn't laugh, but the truth was known. The men stood up, looked toward the plain. Abraham walked with them down the lane. The Lord said, should I keep this concealed? What I'm about to do must be revealed. Abraham's time will rise and stand, a great nation blessed across the land. I chose him to lead his household right, to walk in justice, truth, and light. Then the Lord said, the cry is loud against Sodom, sin's grown proud. I'm going down to see it through. If it's as bad as the reports I knew. The men moved on towards Sodom's gate, but Abraham stayed. This was wait. Abraham stepped closer, bold but wise. Will you sweep the just with the unjust lives? If 50 righteous live inside, would you destroy them all? No divide. Far be it from you to do what's wrong. Justice is yours, it's where you belong. The Lord said, if 50 are found, I'll spare the whole city, won't tear it down. Abraham spoke again, humble but clear, I'm just dust, but let me draw near. What if 5 are missing from that count? 45 with a still amount. God said, if 45 stand true, I won't destroy it, I'll spare them too. What about 40? I'll hold back still. 30? I won't destroy at will. 20? I'll spare it yet. 10? For 10? I won't forget! When the talk was done, the Lord moved on. Abraham returned when the moment was gone. Even though 2 angels came, Lot sat at Sodom's gate that day. He saw them rose, bow down low. Come to my house, don't stay out here though. Wash your feet, rest for the night, then move along when morning's light. They said, we'll stay out here instead, but Lot pressed hard, no, come be fed. So they went in, he made them bread, no yeast, simple meal was spread. Before they slept, the city came, men from Sodom fueled by shame. Young and old, from every side, they called a lot, voices wide. Where are the men who came tonight? Bring them out, we want our right. Lot stepped out, shut the door behind, trying to calm that twisted mind. Don't do this evil, he said out loud, but they pushed forward, growing proud. They turned on him, who made you judge? Now you'll get worse, no room to buzz. They moved to break the door apart, violence rising, dark and hard. The angels reached, pulled Lot inside, shut the door with force applied. Struck the crowd with blinding light, so they couldn't find the door that night. The angel said, who's left with you? Get them out, this place is through. Sons, daughters, whoever's near, judgment's coming, the end is here. Lot went out, spoke to those engaged, but they laughed it off, didn't feel the weight. Morning came, the angels pressed, get up now, don't delay the rest. Take your wife, your daughters too, or you'll be caught in what's coming through. Lot hesitated, still unsure, so they grabbed his hand to make it sure. God showed mercy, pulled them away, led them out at break of day. Run for your life, don't look behind, don't stop anywhere, don't change your mind. Escape to the hills, don't stay low, or you'll be swept up in the overthrow. Lot said, please, I can go that far, that path feels too much from where we are. Let me go to that small town near, it's close enough, I'll be safe there. They said, fine, I'll grant that plea. That town will stand because of thee. As the sun rose, light broke through, 5 fell down, judgment true. Burning sulfur from the sky, Sodom and Gomorrah met there in that time. The land was overthrown completely. City's gone, no mercy fleeting. But Lot's wife turned, looked behind, disobeyed in that moment in time. She became a pillar of salt, a frozen mark of that fatal fall. Abraham looked from where he stood, saw smoke rise where the cities once stood. Like a furnace thick and wide, a visual of judgment none could hide. But God remembered Abraham's plea and spared Lot from that tragedy. Lot lived in a cave up in the hills with his daughters, fear still real. They said no men left in the land, no future line, no way to stand. Let's get our father drunk tonight, preserve our family, keep the line alive. One by one they carried it through, he didn't know what they would do. Both conceived, each had a son, from desperate choices damage done. One named Moab, one Ben-Ami came, fathers of nations that carried their name. Abraham moved south, new land in sight. Between Kadesh and Shur, set up for the night. Stayed in Gerar, settling in, but the same old fear started creeping in. He said to Sarah, she's my sister, not his wife. Kept the truth twisted. King Abimelech heard the words, and for Sarah took her in just as he'd heard. That night God spoke in a dream so clear, you're as good as dead for taking her here. That woman's married, she's not free. You've stepped into something you shouldn't be. Abimelech hadn't touched her yet, said, Lord, would you destroy the innocent? Didn't he say, she's my sister? And she said the same, I didn't twist her. I acted with a clean heart in hand. I didn't know this wasn't planned. God said, I know your heart stayed clean. That's why I stepped in before anything. I kept you from crossing that line. Didn't let you touch her, this was mine. Now return her back to a man, he's a prophet. I've got a plan, he'll pray for you, you'll live through this. But refuse, and death won't miss. Death won't miss. At sunrise, Abimelech called his crew, told him everything fear spread through. Then he called Abraham face to face. What have you done in this place? What wrong did I do to you that you brought this kind of trouble through? You nearly made me sin by mistake, put my whole house at risk for your sake. Abraham said, I thought there was no fear of God here, that you'd take my life if the truth was clear. She really is my sister too, same father, different mother, it's true. When God sent me wandering far from home, I told her, say this wherever we roam. Abimelech made it right on the spot, gave sheep and cattle servants a lot. Returned Sarah, honored her place, restored what was taken, showed some grace. And my land is open, choose where you stay, live where you want, go your own way. To Sarah he said, I've made this right, 1,000 pieces of silver in sight. A sign before all your honor restored, no blame on you, let that be recorded. Abraham prayed, lifted it high, God heal the house, let life reply. Wounds were open, life restored, because God had closed them before. All because of what had been done through Sarah's place in Abraham's run. The Lord came through just like he said, every word fulfilled just like it was read. Sarah conceived the promise alive at the set time, right on time. Abraham named him Isaac, the son, the child of promise, the chosen one. 8 days in he marked the sign, covenant carried down the line. Abraham was 100 years old when Isaac's story began to unfold. Sarah said, God made me laugh, now everyone hearing will share in that. Who would have thought I'd nurse a child, yet here he is, God's promised style. The boy grew strong, the time had come. Abraham threw a feast for his son, but Sarah saw Ishmael's attitude shift. Something wasn't right, there was tension in it. She said, send that servant and her son away. He won't share in Isaac's place. This inheritance isn't for him. The promised line won't be split within. Abraham felt it, it hit him deep. That was his son, this wasn't cheap. But God said, listen to Sarah's voice. This is the path, you don't have a choice. Through Isaac your line will stand. That's the promise I've already planned. But Ishmael too, I'll bless his name. A nation will rise from where he came. Early next morning, Abraham prepared food and water, what he could spare. Gave them to Hagar, sent them out into the wilderness, wandering about. When the water was gone, hope ran dry. She placed the boy down, couldn't watch him die. Sat at a distance, cried out loud. Grief poured out, no strength, no crowd. But God heard the boy relay. An angel called out to Hagar that day. Don't be afraid, God hears his cry. Even here he's standing by. Lift him up, hold him tight. I'll make him strong, I'll give him life. Then her eyes were open wide. She saw a well right there beside. Filled the skin, gave him drink, pulled him back from the edge and brink. The boy grew up, God by his side. Lived in the desert, learned to survive. Became an archer, strong and free. His life unfolding in the wilderness scene. His mother found him a wife in time. From Egypt's land, his life aligned. Around that time, Abimelech came near with his commander, something clear. God is with you in all you do. Swear you'll deal with me fair and true. Abraham said, I'll make that stand. Let there be peace between our lands. But Abraham raised a point to face. A well was taken, this isn't right in this place. Abimelech said, I didn't know. No one told me this didn't show. So they made a covenant, sealed it tight. Set things straight, made it right. Abraham gave 7 lambs a day, a witness to mark what took place. That well was named to hold the claim, a place of those remembered by name. Abraham stayed in that land for years, calling on God through hopes and fears. A tree was planted, roots faith ran deep, a sign of faith he chose to keep.
After these things, God called his name. Abraham, he answered, "Here I am. Take your son, your only one, the one you love, Isaac, your son. Go to the land I'll show you there. Offer him up, this is the test you bear." Yeah.
Next morning early, no delay, Abraham rose and was on his way. Saddled the donkey, took 2 men, Isaac beside him heading in. Cut the wood for what would come, set out walking, the task begun. 3 days in he saw the place from a distance set by grace. He said to the servant, "Stay right here, me and the boy will go up there. We'll worship there, then come back down." Faith in his words, though tension crowned, Isaac carried the wood up high, fire and knife in Abraham's side. Isaac spoke, "Father, I see the fire and wood, but where's the offering?" Abraham said, voice steady, calm, "God will provide, it's in his hand." They walked together step by step toward the place where faith is kept. He built the altar, laid it straight, placed the wood in order state, bound his son, laid him down on the altar, no turning around. Reached for the knife, lifted high, ready to follow through, no lie. Then a voice broke through the sky, "Abraham, stop, don't let him die. Don't lay a hand on the boy this day. Now I know you won't turn away. You didn't hold back your only son, your trust in me is fully done." Abraham looked and there it stood, a ram cart in the nearby wood. Took that ram, gave it instead, an offering in Isaac's stead. The place was named for what took place. The Lord provide, remember that space. The voice spoke again, clear and strong. "My promise to you still carries on. Because you obeyed, didn't hold back, your blessing will stay on track. Your descendants like stars above, like sand on shores beyond enough. They'll overcome, stand tall and free, victory flowing through their legacy. Through your line the nations will see a path to blessing that leads to me." Abraham returned, the journey complete, back to the servant steady on his feet. Together they went back home again to Beersheba, where life would mend. News came later, family grew, Nahor's line was building too. Sons were born, names spread wide, a growing line on the other side. Among them, one name would stand, Rebecca, part of God's plan. Sarah lived long, 27 years. Her life stretched out through joy and tears. She passed away in the land of Canaan, Hebron's ground where she was laying. Abraham came, grief on his face, mourning her loss in that quiet place. He rose and spoke to the people there. "I'm a foreigner living in your care. Give me land to bury my dead so I can lay my wife to rest instead." They answered back with honor and tone, "You're a mighty man, we've clearly known. Choose any tomb, pick the best space. None of us here will deny you a place." Abraham bowed, shoot, respect again. Spoke to the leaders among the men, "If you're willing to help me here, speak to Ephron, let him draw near. There's a cave at the edge of his land. Let me buy it, full price is planned. I'll pay in silver, make it legit, so I can bury my dead in it." Ephron stood in the crowd that day, heard every word Abraham would say. He answered loud so all could hear, "No need to pay, I'll give it here. The field and cave, I give it free. In front of my people, it's yours from me. Bury your dead, take the land, it's yours as a gift, just take my hand." Abraham bowed again with care, "But I'll pay full price, let's make it fair. Accept the silver, make it right, so this land is mine in legal sight." Ephron replied, "If we're talking cost, 400 shekels, it's nothing lost. What's that between us? Take the land, bury your wife, go as planned." Abraham weighed the silver then, paid the price in front of men. The field was transferred, legally done. Cave and trees, everything is one. In Machpelah, near Mamre's side, that land was no need to hide her. He buried Sarah, his wife, laid her to rest after her life. The cave became a family place, a burial ground secured in grace. Yeah. Abraham aged, years stacking high, blessed in every way under God Most High. He called his servant, trusted and wise, put him under oath, no compromise. "Swear by the Lord of heaven and land, you won't take a wife from Canaan's hand. Go to my people, my homeland far, find a wife for Isaac,
follow this charge. The servant said, what if she won't come? Do I take your son back where you're from? Abraham said, don't take him there, that land is behind us, don't go back there. The God who brought me from that place will guide your path with his grace. If she won't come, you're free from this vow, but Isaac stays here, remember that now. The servant swore and took the lead, loaded camels with what he'd need, gifts and goods from Abraham's hand, headed to Nail's land. By evening time he reached the well where women came with stories tell. He prayed, Lord God, show me the way, make this mission clear today. I'll stand here by the waterside, watch who comes, you be my guide. The one who offers water to me and to my camels willingly. Let it be the one you choose, the answer clear, no chance to lose. Before he finished speaking that prayer, Rebecca came, God answered there. Beautiful, pure, carrying in a jar, walking alone, not traveling far. She went down, filled it fast, came back up, the moment passed. The servant ran to let me drink, watching closely what she thinks. She said, drink, sir, lowered it down, no hesitation, no delay found. And she said, I'll draw for your camels too, and kept on working till the task was through. Camels drank, she didn't stop, carried water trip after drop. The servant watched, silent still, wondering if this was God's will. When the camels finished, the work was done. He gave her gifts, gold had begun, a ring for her nose, bracelets to wear, then asked her name needed to be clear. She said, I'm Rebecca, Bethuel's child, son into your family ties compile. We have room and food to spare, a place for you, rest without care. The servant bowed, worship right there. Blessed be God who answered my prayer. He led me straight, no step out of place, right to the house of my master's race. The girl ran home, told what she'd seen. Her brother Laban stepped on the scene, saw the jewelry, heard the story, ran to the servant in all his glory. Come and bless one, don't stand outside, I've made room for you, come inside. Camels unloaded, food prepared, water brought, everything shared. But he said, I won't eat just yet, till I speak the words I was sent to get. They said, speak, so he began, laid it all out, God's full plan. My master's blessed in every way, wealth increased day by day. His wife bore a son in her later years, everything he owns now is there. He made me swear, put me on the road, find a wife from his family's home. I prayed at the well for a clear sign, and before I finished, got a line. Rebecca came, did all I said, gave water to me and camels fed. I knew right then this was the one, God's hand had clearly done what was done. Laban and Bethuel answered plain, this is from God, we won't restrain. Take her and go, let it be done. She'll be the wife of your master's son. The servant bowed low, worshipped again, gave more gifts to her and her kin. Jewelry, clothing, treasure shared, a blessing moment God had prepared. Next morning came, he said, let's go. But they said, stay, don't leave so soon though. Let her remain a while, then leave. But the servant said, don't make me delay what I believe. God has guided this path so clear, let me return. No reason to linger here. They called Rebecca, gave her the say, will you go with this man today? She answered strong, didn't hesitate, I will go, sealed her fate. They blessed her as she went away. May your descendants grow each day. Thousands upon thousands rise and take the gates where enemies lie. Rebecca left with the servant crew, riding camels through paths unknown, and knew the servant returned, mission complete, carrying promise from desert to meat. Isaac had gone out into the field, meditating, quiet spirit revealed. He looked up, saw camels near, something new was drawing here. Rebecca saw him, asked, who's that man? That's my master, this was the plan. She covered herself, stepped into place, ready to meet him face to face. The servant told Isaac all that was done, how God had guided every step from the start to the run. Isaac took her into Sarah's space, his mother's tent, a sacred place. She became his wife, love took form, comfort came after the storm. Abraham took another wife, Keturah came into his life. Sons were born, his line grew wide, more branches spreading from his side, nations rising from his seed. Different paths, but all from his lead. But everything he owned of worth went to Isaac, the promised birth. Other sons got gifts and land sent away, just as planned. Eastward they went, built their place, separate lines, a different space. Abraham lived long, full of days, a life of faith in many ways. He passed in peace, old and complete, gathered to those who went before his feet. Isaac and Ishmael laid him down, buried him deep in sacred ground. The cave of Machpelah held him tight, next to Sarah, resting right. God stayed with Isaac, kept him strong, while Ishmael's line moved along. 12 sons rose from Ishmael's name, princes leading their own domain. From Havilah to Shur they spread, living free just as God had said. Ishmael lived and passed in time, leaving behind his growing line.
Isaac was 40 when he took his bride. Rebecca stood there by his side. Years went by, no child came, so Isaac prayed in God's name. The Lord answered, life began. Rebecca carried the future plan. But the children fought inside her frame. A battle before they had a name. She cried, why is this happening to me? And asked the Lord for clarity. God said, two nations are in your womb. Two paths are forming, separate soon. One will be stronger, rise ahead. The older will serve the younger instead. Time came, birth began. First came out a red-haired man, covered in hair like a garment worn. They named him Esau the moment he was born. Then his brother followed tight, grabbing his heel, holding on with might. They named him Jacob, holding fast, a sign of things that still would last. Now Isaac was 60 when they were born. A turning point, a new dawn. The boys grew up, took different ways. Esau hunted, lived for the chase. Jacob stayed near, quiet still, living among tents by choice and will. Isaac loved Esau, game on his plate. Rebecca leaned toward Jacob's fate. One day, Esau came in worn, hungry, tired from the hunt at dawn. Jacob had stew, cooking slow. Esau said, give me some, I'm about to go. Jacob said, sell me your birthright first. The deal on the table, fueled by thirst. Esau said, what good is that? If I die now, what's the impact? He swore the oath, gave it away for a single meal that day. Jacob gave bread and stew to eat. Esau traded future for meat. He ate, drank, got up, walked on. Didn't value what he'd just drawn. Famine hit the land again. Famine hit the land again, like in Abraham's days back then. Isaac moved toward Gerar's side, where Abimelech ruled with pride. The Lord appeared, said, stay right here, don't go to Egypt, remain near. Live in this land, I'll be with you. Bless your path in all you do. The promise I gave your father stands. I'll give your children all these lands. Your line will spread like stars above, a legacy shaped by covenant love. Through your seed, the world will see a path to blessing that leads to me. Isaac stayed where he was told, but fear crept in just like of old. When men asked, who is she? He said, my sister, not truthfully. He feared they'd take his life away if they knew she was his wife that day. Time went by, things seemed fine till the king looked out at the wrong time. Abimelech saw what made it clear. Isaac and Rebecca, no brother here. He called Isaac, said, why the lie? That's your wife, don't deny. Someone could have taken her wrong and we'd be guilty all along. So he gave a command to all, touch them not or you will fall. Isaac planted crops that year, harvest came, abundance clear. God blessed him, he grew strong, wealth increased, it didn't take long. Flocks and servants, riches wide, so much growth it stirred up pride. The people envied what they saw, jealous hearts began to draw. The wells his father's servants made got filled with dirt, shut down, betrayed. Abimelech said, you've grown too great, move away, this can't be your place. So Isaac moved, didn't fight, set up camp in the valley site. Dug again the wells of old, restored the ones his father had told. The servants dug and found fresh spring, but the locals said that water's our thing. So he named it conflict, left it there, moved on again, didn't stay to war. Dug another, same disputes, still no peace, no truce to suit. He named that one opposition too, then moved again, started new. Dug a third, no fight this time, finally space for growth to climb. He said, now God has made room for me. We'll grow and thrive in this territory. That night God spoke, calm and clear, I'm with you, there's nothing to fear. I'll bless you, multiply your line. For Abraham's sake, this plan is mine. Isaac built an altar there, called on God in open prayer. Set his tent, made it known, God was with him, he wasn't alone. Abimelech came with his crew, said, we see God's with you, let's make a deal. Keep the peace, let all this tension finally cease. We treated you right, didn't cause you harm. Now you're clearly blessed under God's arm. Isaac agreed, they shared a meal, a covenant made, peace was real. They swore an oath, went their way, no conflict left from that day. That same day, servants came through, we found water, the blessing grew. Isaac named that place with care, reminder God had provided there. So at 40 took wives from the land, Hittite women, not God's plan. It brought grief to Isaac and Rebecca too, a heavy weight they had to move through. Isaac was old, his sight was gone. Felt like his time was moving on. Call for Esau, firstborn son. Sons, I feel my race is run. Take your gear, go hunt for me. Make me a meal I love to eat. Then I'll bless you before I die. Pass it down, no asking why. Rebecca, listen, heard it clear. Know the moment I come near, she called for Jacob, pulled him in. We've gotta move, this is where it begins. Go get 2 goats from the flock. I cook a meal just like he likes. You take it in, pretend you're him. Receive the blessing meant for him. Jacob said this might not stand. Esau's rough, I'm smooth-skinned man. If he feels me, he'll know it's wrong. I'll bring a curse instead of the song. Rebecca said, let that fall on me. Just do what I say. Just what you see. She took Esau's clothes, put them on, covered Jacob to carry it on. Goatskin wrapped around his hands, neck disguised just like she planned. The meal was ready, placed in his hand. Now Jacob stepped into the plan. Went in, said, Father, it's me. Isaac said, who are you? Tell me. I'm Esau. Just like you said, I brought the food, come eat the bread. Isaac paused, something felt strange. How you hunt so fast? What changed? Jacob said, God gave me speed, a quick reply to fill the need. Isaac said, come close, let me feel. I need to know if this is real. He touched his hands, hair covered tight. Feels like Esau, the voice ain't right. Still unsure, but moving through. Are you really my son, Esau? I am, he said. Kept it strong, holding the lie, playing along. Navigate, drank wine as well, then gave the blessing words that fell. May heaven bless you with dew above, rich land below, abundance and love. Nations will serve, people will bow, power and honor will follow you now. Be Lord over brother, stand in command. Those who curse you won't stand. Those who bless you will be blessed too. God's promise flowing now through you. Just as Jacob stepped away, Esau came in from the hunt that day. Prepared the meal, brought it near. Father, I'm here, come eat, I'm here. Isaac trembled, shaking deep. Then who is here? Who did I meet? I blessed him already, it's done. That blessing stands, it can't be undone. Esau cried out loud and broken, bless me too, give me a token. Didn't he take my birthright before? Now he's taking my blessing. There's nothing more. Isaac said, I made him Lord. Your place is now beneath his words. Still Esau begged, tears on the ground. Is there nothing left to pass around? Isaac said, you'll live by the blade, a harder life that you'll have to face. You'll serve your brother for a time, but break free when the moment aligns. Esau held anger deep inside. After father dies, Jacob won't survive. Rebecca heard and acted fast. Knew this conflict wouldn't pass. She said, run to my brother's place. Stay there till this cools in pace. Don't let your brother take your life. Escape the tension, avoid the strife. Then she told Isaac, send him away. Find a wife from my people's way. Isaac called Jacob, laid it clear. Don't take a wife from around here. Go to your mother's family line. Find your wife in that bloodline. May God bless you, make you grow. Turn your life into nations that flow. The promise passed from Abraham down. Now it rests on you, wear the crown. So Jacob left, headed out, walking the path of promise in doubt. Esau saw what had been done. Jacob blessed the chosen one. He knew his wives brought grief and strain. So he tried to shift, tried to change. Took a wife from Ishmael's line, thinking maybe that would align. Jacob traveled till night fell down. Stopped to rest on open ground. Took a stone, laid his head. That rough place became his bed. In the dream he saw it rise, a stairway reaching through the skies. Angels moving up and down, heaven touching earthly ground. Then above it God stood near, spoke to Jacob calm and clear. I am the God your fathers knew. Abraham, Isaac, I'm with you. This land you lie on I will give to you and your children who will live. Your descendants will spread wide like dust across the earth's full side. East and west, north and south, blessing will flow from your house. Through your line the world will see a path of hope that leads to me. I am with you wherever you go, I'll bring you back. This I show, I won't leave till it's complete. Every promise I said I'll meet. Jacob woke, shaking deep. This place isn't just where I sleep. God is here, I didn't know. This ground is more than earth below. This is God's house, heaven's gate. A moment that would shape his fate. He He took the stone from where he lay, set it up right at break of day, poured oil on it, marked that place, a moment sealed in time and space. He named it Bethel, house of God, a sacred mark where he had tried. Jacob said, if God stays true, watches me in all I do, gives me food and close to wear, brings me back in answer prayer, then the Lord will be my God, and this stone will mark his ground. Of all I gain, I'll give a part, a tenth return from all my heart. Jacob kept walking, journey long, reached the land where his family belonged. Saw well out in the field, flocks gathered there, time revealed, a heavy stone covered the well. Shepherds waited till all were there, then they move it, water the sheep, put it back, custom to keep. Jacob asked, where are you from? They said, from Haran, that's home. Do you know Laban? Yeah, we do. Is he well? Yeah, he's good. Then they said, look, here she comes, Rachel with the sheep she runs. Jacob saw her, didn't wait, rolled the stone, shifted fate, watered her flock, stepped in strong. Something in him knew this was long. He kissed her, wept out loud, emotion rising, uncontained, unbowed. Told her who he was by name, family line, she knew the frame. Rachel ran, told her dad, Laban came overjoyed and glad. Embraced, Jacob brought him in, family bond now stepping in. Jacob stayed for a month's span, working hard, proving the man. Laban said, your family true, but you should earn for what you do. Tell me what your wages be, name your price, speak it to me. Now Laban had two daughters there, Leah the older, Rachel fair. Leah's eyes were soft, not bright, Rachel had beauty that caught the sight. Jacob loved Rachel from the start, she held the focus of his heart. He said, I'll work 7 years for her, let that be the wage I earn. Laban agreed, that's a fair deal, so Jacob worked with focused will. Those 7 years went by like days, love for Rachel lit his ways. The time came, Jacob said, give me my wife like we agreed. Laban gathered, feast was made, night fell down, the plan was laid. But in the dark, without a sign, he gave Leah instead that time. Morning came, truth was clear, wasn't Rachel lying there. Jacob said, what did you do? That's not the deal I made with you. Didn't I work for Rachel's hand? Why deceive me like this man? Laban said, this is our way, the older goes first, no other way. Finish this week, then take the next, work 7 more, that's the rest. Jacob agreed, though cost was steep, another 7 years to keep. He took Rachel after the week, still working long for the love he'd seek. He loved her more than Leah's place, that difference showed in how he gave grace. God saw Leah not embraced, so he gave her children in that space. She bore a son, named him Reuben. God has seen me, her voice proven. Another son, Simeon came, God heard my pain, she named his name. Levi followed, hope still grew, now my husband will hold me too. Then Judah came, her voice turned praise. This time I'll thank God for his ways. Rachel saw she had no child. Jealousy hit emotions wild. She said to Jacob, give me a son, or I feel like my life is done. Jacob said, that's not my role. God's the one who opens the soul. Rachel said, take my servant instead. Let her bear children in my stead. Bilhah went to Jacob's side, and soon a son was born alive. Rachel said, God judged my case, named him Dan, victory in place. Another son came shortly through, Naphtali named. I've struggled too. Yeah, Leah saw her time had slowed, so she sent her servant down that road. Zilpah bore a son as well, Leah named him Gad, fortune fell. Another son followed soon, Asher came, blessed in bloom. Reuben found mandrakes one day, brought them home along the way. Rachel asked, give me some. Leah said, you've already taken my husband, now you want this too. But a deal was made, Rachel traded a knife for what she gave that night. Jacob came to Leah's side, another son soon arrived. She named him Issachar, reward given, a blessing she felt was heaven driven. Then Zebulun came, another son, now my husband will honor what I've done. Later a daughter came to be, Dinah added to the family tree. Then God remembered Rachel's pain, opened her womb, life came again. A son was born, hope restored, she named him Joseph. God adds more. Time moved on, Joseph grew. Jacob said, it's time I move. Send me back to my homeland ground, where my roots were first found. Laban said, stay, I see it clear. God has blessed me while you're here. Name your wage, I'll make it right. Let's keep this going, benefits in sight. Jacob said, you know my work, how your flocks began to surge. Give me the spotted speckled sheep, that will be the pay I keep. The rest stay yours, clean gain. My portion will show what I gain. Laban agreed, but then he flipped, pulled those animals, tightened his grip, sent them far away from view, tried to limit what Jacob could do. But Jacob worked with skill and plan, used what he had within his hand. The stronger animals became his share, his flocks increased beyond compare. Wealth grew fast, servants too, camels and donkeys added through. Word got back to Jacob's ears. Laban's sons talking loud and clear. Jacob's taking all that was ours, built his wealth, increased his power. Even Laban's attitude changed. What was once warm now felt estranged. Then God said it's time to go back to the land you used to know. Return to your roots, don't stay here long. I'll be with you. Keep moving on. Jacob called Rachel and Leah near, spoke the truth so they could hear. Your father's not the same with me, but God has stayed and set me free. I gave my strength, my best each day, but he changed my wages again and again. Still God didn't let him do me wrong. Turned it for good, made me strong. Every time he tried to cheat the gang, God flipped it back in my favor again. And the dream God spoke once more reminded me of the vow before. The place I saw him, where I stood. He said, now go back, this is good. Rachel and Leah answered straight, no reason left for us to stay. Our father treated us like strangers to use what we earn, nothing true. So whatever God has said to you, let's go now, see it through. So Jacob packed, didn't delay, gathered his family, moved away, took his flocks, everything gained, headed back where his roots remained. While Laban was gone far away, Rachel took his household gods that day. Laban found out days later on, Jacob was gone, everything withdrawn. He chased him down with his men, 7 days till he caught up again. But God came to Laban in the night, be careful, don't start a fight. Say nothing harsh, don't go too far, leave this situation where they are. Laban caught up, spoke his case, why did you leave without a trace? You didn't let me say goodbye, no farewell kiss, no reason why. I had the power to harm your way, but your God warned me yesterday still. You took my gods from me, that's something I can't just leave be. Jacob said, I left in fear, thought you took your daughters from here. As for your God, search and see if you find them, they won't stay with me.
He didn't know what Rachel had done, that hidden truth was yet to come.
Laban searched through every tent, from one to the next, his time was spent. Rachel hid them beneath the seat, sat on them, kept it discreet. Said, I can't rise right now, forgive. So Laban left no clue to give. Jacob spoke, anger now shown. What have I done to earn this tone? You searched it all, what did you find? Nothing stolen, nothing of mine. For 20 years I worked your land, day and night I gave my hand. Heat by day and cold by night, sleep escaped me, constant fight. You changed my wages again and again, but God stood with me through it all then. Laban said, these are my kin, my daughters, their children, all within. But what can I do at this stage? Let's make a covenant, end this page. They set a stone, built it high, a witness standing under sky. Both agreed, no crossing lines, no harm between them over time. God will watch between us two, even when we're out of view. They shared a meal, stayed the night, things were settled, set back right. Morning came, Laban blessed, then went home, left the rest. Jacob moved on the road ahead, then angels of God crossed where he tread. He saw them, knew this ground was more, named it 2 camps like never before. Jacob sent word ahead to say to Esau his brother, clear the way. I've been with Laban all this time, gained flocks and servants, life aligned. I send this message so you'll see I come in peace.
have favor on me.
The messengers came back with news Esau's coming with 402. Jacob felt fear hit deep inside, divided his camp, prepared to survive. If one group falls, the other may live. A strategy formed in what he could give. Then he prayed, humbled and real. God of my fathers, hear my appeal. You told me to return this way, said you'd be with me, don't turn away. I'm not worthy of all you've done, all the mercy you've shown your son. I crossed this river with just a staff, now I've grown into more than that. Save me now from Esau's hand, I fear he'll strike, destroy this plan.
You said you bless, make my line grow like countless grains no one can show. That night he chose a gift to send, a peace offering before they met again. Goats and sheep in large supply, camels, cattle passing by. Each group sent with space between, so Esau's anger might come down clean. Say their gifts from your servant's hand, Jacob come behind, this is his plan. That night he sent his family through across the stream. All he knew, left alone in the dark that night, facing something more than a fight.
A man appeared, wrestled him there, till morning broke through the air. They struggled hard, no one gave. A battle deeper than strength to save. The man touched his hip, dislocated tight. Still Jacob held on through the fight. The man said, let me go, day is near. Jacob said, not without blessing here. What's your name? Jacob. He said, the past still tied to what he'd been. No longer Jacob, hear it clear. Israel now, your name is here. You wrestled God, you stood your ground through it all. You're still around.
Jacob asked, tell me your name, but no reply, just blessing came. He named that place from what he saw. I've seen God face to face, and lived through it all.
The sun rose up as he moved ahead, limping now from what he'd met. The mark stayed with him ever since,
A reminder of that night intense. Yeah. Jacob looked up, Jacob looked up, Jacob looked up, Jacob looked up.
Jacob looked up, Esau in sight. 400 men, this could be a fight. He split his children, lined them through. Leah, Rachel's servants too. Put them in order one by one, position them for what might come. Then he stepped out ahead of them all, faced his past, answered the call. Bowed 7 times as he drew near, a posture of humility mixed with fear. But Esau ran, no anger shown, embraced his brother, made it known. They wept together, years undone, a moment of peace where pain once run. Esau looked at the ones behind. Who are these? Curious mind. Jacob said, children God gave me, a blessing I didn't earn but received. Each group came, bowed in turn, respect was shown as they returned. Finally Joseph and Rachel came through, last in line but part of the view. Esau said, why all this you sent? What was the reason, what was the intent? Jacob said, to find your grace, to restore what time displaced. Esau said, I got enough, keep what's yours, you've earned that stuff. Jacob said, no, please take it now. Seeing your face feels like seeing God somehow. You received me without the fight, that alone has made things right. So Esau took it in the end, accepted the gift from his brother again. Esau said, let's travel as one. But Jacob knew his place was different from. My children are young, flocks move slow. You go ahead, I'll follow below. Esau offered men to stay, Jacob declined, chose his own way. Esau returned to Seir that day, Jacob moved on a different way. He built a place, settled his land, shelter and structure by his hand. Came to Shechem safe and sound, purchased land, claimed his ground.
There he built an altar high, called on God beneath the sky. Marked that place with sacred tone, a step in making the promises on.
Yeah. Dinner. Yeah. Dinah. Leah's daughter stepped outside, went to see the women living nearby. But Shechem saw her, prince of the land, took her by force with a violent hand. Still afterward, his feelings grew, his heart attached, though his actions were cruel. He spoke to his father Hamor by name, give me this girl, I want her to stay. Jacob heard what had been done, but his sons were away till the work was done. Hamor came to speak of peace, trying to smooth what wouldn't cease. Jacob's sons came in from the field, anger burned, pain revealed. This discourse should never be, not against our family. Hamor said, let's join as one, intermarry, let peace be done. Live among us, trade and grow, take the land, let prosperity flow. Shechem said, name the cost, whatever it takes, I'll pay it across. Bride price, gift, say the amount, just let me marry her, let this count. Jacob's sons answered with hidden rage, a plan forming underneath the page. We can't give her this way through, not unless every man becomes like us. To be circumcised, every male, then we'll agree and make this real. Hamor and Shechem like the deal, wanted the union to become real. Shechem delayed no time at all, driven hard by what he felt and saw. They spoke to the men within the gate, this alliance could increase our state. Their livestock wealth, all combined, could become ours in enough time. So the men agreed seed that day, accepted the mark in the offered way. 3 days later, pain still strong, Simeon and Levi came along. Dinah's brothers drew the blade, struck the city while weakness stayed. Shechem and Hamor lost their breath, violence answered violence with death. They took Dinah, brought her home, the city shattered, overturned. Jacob's sons took goods and flocks, everything left after the shock. Wealth and livestock carried away, children and women led that day. Jacob said, what have you done? Now the people will rise as one. We're few in number in this land, if they unite we won't withstand.
Simeon and Levi answered back,
Should our sister be treated like that? God spoke to Jacob, now arise. Go back to Bethel, don't compromise. Build an altar where I appeared when you ran from Esau filled with fear. Jacob called his household near, throw away the foreign gods from here. Purify yourselves, change your clothes, we're heading where God's presence rose. He answered me when my life broke down, stayed beside me through every town. They handed over every idol they had, foreign gods and their rings attached. Jacob buried them beneath the tree, leaving behind what shouldn't be. Then they traveled, moving on, and fear from God fell on towns around. No one chased them, none pursued, protection covered all they moved through. Jacob came to Bethel's place, built the altar, honored grace. God appeared to him again, spoke once more like he did then. Your name was Jacob in days gone by, but Israel now is your name in life. Nations and kings will rise from you, a people expanding wide and true. The land I promised Abraham's line now passes through your bloodline. I am God Almighty still, walking with you through every hill. Jacob raised a pillar there, poured out oil in worship prayer, marked the place where God has spoken, the sacred memory forever open. Bethel's name stood firm once more, a house of God like before. They journeyed on, the road stretched far. Rachel labored hard, and your refra's part. Pain came strong, the birth turned die. Life and death moving side by side as the soul began to fade. She named the child from the sorrow she faced, Benoni, son of my pain. But Jacob changed it from grief and strain. He named him Benjamin instead, a different future lying ahead. Rachel died along that when Jacob buried her that day. A pillar marked where she was laid, a memory standing where tears were made. Israel moved and pitched his tent, but another painful moment came and went. Reuben crossed the boundary there, took his father's concubine unfair. Israel heard what had been done, another fracture beneath the sun. Now the sons of Israel stood complete, 12 foundations taking their seat. Leah's sons, Reuben first, Simeon, Levi, Judah emerged. Issachar's, Zebulun, 2 strong foundations breaking through. Rachel's line brought Joseph's name, Benjamin following after came. Bilhah's sons, Dan and Naphtali stood. Zilpah's sons, Gad and Asher good. 12 sons total in the line, future tribes by God designed. Jacob returned where Isaac stayed, back to Hebron where roots were laid. Isaac lived long, old and full, a life completed, peaceful and full. Then he passed, gathered in rest, joined with those who gone before blast. Esau and Jacob stood side by side, buried their father with honor and pride. Yeah, this is the line of Esau's name, also called Edom. Same bloodline fame, he took wives from Canaan's side, built his family, multiplied. Sons were born, his household spread, generations rising ahead. Jacob and Esau both grew strong, too much wealth to stay that long. Flocks and herds filled all the land, not enough room for both to stand. So Esau moved towards Seir's ground, a mountain region all around. There his family settled deep, building the nation his line would keep. Sons and chiefs began to rise, leaders growing through Esau's line. Clans expanded, names took hold, warriors, rulers, stories told. Chiefs of demand, Omar too, Canaan's Korah passing through. Different houses, banners raised, Edom strength and growing phase. Before them horrors filled the land, ancient people spread through the sand. But Esau's line became the power, taking control hour by hour. Chiefs and tribes all took their place, Edom rising with growing pace. Kings ruled Edom long before Israel ever crowned. One king rose, another fell. Dynasties shifting through the swell. Different cities, different reigns, power moving through changing names. Yet the line of Esau stayed, nation built through choices made. Chiefs of Edom filled the land, strong foundations built by hand. This was Esau's growing line, a nation formed through passing time. Yeah, Jacob stayed in Canaan's land, where his father once had stand. Now Joseph enters center stage, 17 years beginning the page.
Worked the flocks beside his brothers, Bilhah's sons and sons of others. Joseph brought reports back home, things he saw while out alone. Is real love, Joseph more than all his sons before. Child of his older years in life, a special bond that cut like knife. He made him a robe of many shades, a sign of favor clearly displayed. His brothers saw it, hatred grew, couldn't speak peace when Joseph came through. Joseph dreamed and told it plain, which only added fuel and flame. We were binding grain one day when my bundle rose in place. Yours all gathered all around, bowed before mine to the ground. His brothers said, you think you'll reign, rule over us someday? Hatred deepened from that scene, from the dreams and what they seemed. Then another dream came near, Joseph spoke so all could hear. Sun and moon and stars above, 11 stars bowed down in front. Even Jacob stopped him there. What kind of dream is this you share? Will your mother, brothers, me bow before you eventually? His brothers envy deep inside, but Jacob kept the words in mind. His brothers went to tend the sheep, far from home where valleys meet. Jacob told Joseph, go and see if your brothers and flocks are peacefully. Joseph obeyed, went on his way, searching fields throughout the day. A man found him wandering around, asked him what he hoped to found. I seek my brothers, where are they? The man said, Dothan's where they stay. They saw him coming from afar, anger rising in their hearts. Here comes the dreamer, one declared, violence forming dark and share. Let's kill him now and hide the deed. Say a beast fulfilled the scene, then we'll see what comes from dreams, what becomes of all his schemes. Reuben heard and stepped between, trying to stop the deadly scene. Don't take his life, don't spill blood here, throw him in the pit instead. Secretly hoping later on to bring him back when others gone. Joseph reached them, unaware they stripped the robe, became wearing there. Took the coat of many shades and threw him in the pit. They made the pit was empty, dry below. Joseph trapped with nowhere to go. He sat to eat while Joseph cried, then saw traders passing by. Smell lights moving through the land, camels loaded caravan. Judas said, why kill our kin? We can profit more from him. Sell him off, he's still our blood, so greed replaced the coming flood. They pulled him out, sold him away, 20 silver pieces paid. Joseph taken down to Egypt side, a turning point in all their lives. They killed the goat, sting the roll bread, brought it back like Joseph dead. We found this coat, does it belong to your son who's now gone? Jacob knew it at first glance, my son's been torn. Grief advanced, he tore his clothes, mourning pain, wouldn't listen to comfort again. I'll go grieving to my grave, a father crushed by what was staged. Meanwhile Joseph reached Egypt's land, sold to Potiphar's command. What looked like ruin, loss, and chains was setting up a greater change.
Around that time, Judah moved away, left his brothers, changed his place. Stayed near a man from Adullam's side, started building a separate life. There he saw a Canaanite bride, took her in and made her wife. Sons were born one after one, came first, then Onan came. Shelah followed after them, Judah's household growing in. Judah found a wife for her name was Tamar from what we heard. But walked wicked in God's sight, and his life was ended that night. Judah told Onan, do your part, raise a child for your brother's heart. But Onan knew the child wouldn't bear his own inheritance to share, so he refused the duty due, using Tamar but denying truth. What he did was wrong in God's sight too, and judgment came upon him through. Judah feared Shelah might die the same, so we delayed and changed the frame. Told Tamar, stay a widow now, till my younger son grows somehow. But time passed on and nothing came, no fulfillment of the promised claim. Judah's wife eventually died. After mourning, he moved outside. Tamar saw the years had passed. Shelah grown but still held back, so she covered herself in disguise. Sat where Judah's road passed by. Judah saw it, didn't know, thought she was someone selling love. He asked to be with her that day. She said, what will you give in pay? He promised to go from out the flock. She said, leave a pledge till then is brought. She asked for a seal, cord and staff, marks of identity and what he had. He gave them up, then went his way, not knowing the trap had been laid. Tamar conceived from what was done and left before the morning sun. Later Judah sent the goat, but no one found a woman sought. 3 months passed and word got spread.
Tamar's pregnant though, widow,
Judah burned with anger, then bring her out, judge the sin. But Tamar sent the items through. The child belongs to the man these prove. Look at the seal, the cord, the staff. Recognize whose things these are. Judah froze when truth came near. These belong to me right here. She's more righteous than I've been, because I failed to give my son to her then. Time came for the birth to start. Twins were growing in her heart. One reached out his hand first through a scarlet thread tied there in view. But then he pulled it back inside, and the other broke through alive. They named him Paris from that scene. Breaking through is what it means. Then the brother came behind. Sarah named in passing time. Yo, Joseph was taken into Egypt's land, sold to Potiphar's command. Captain serving Pharaoh's throne, a foreign place far from home. But God stayed close through all the pain, and Joseph started to rise again. Everything he touched increased. Success and favor never ceased. Potiphar noticed, saw it clear. God is with this man right here. So Joseph gained authority, trusted with responsibility. House and fields placed in his care. Blessing followed everywhere. Potiphar worried about nothing now except the food set before him. Somehow Joseph was handsome, strong in frame, and Potiphar's wife soon spoke his name. Day by day she pressed the line, come be with me. Cross the line. Joseph refused, stood his ground. Wouldn't let temptation pull him down. My master trusts me with everything. Nothing held back in his living. How could I betray that trust and sin before God for passing lust? One day Joseph entered inside, no servants near on either side. She grabbed his cloak with force and heat, but Joseph fled, lifted in defeat. She held the garment in her hand, then twisted the truth to fit her plan. Look, she cried before the house. This Hebrew came to shame us now. He tried to force himself on me, but I screamed loud and broke free. She used the cloak to sell the lie till Potiphar himself arrived. Potiphar burned with anger fast, and Joseph's freedom quickly passed. Thrown into the prison place, chains replacing form of grace. But even there, God stayed near. Mercy followed through the fear. The prison keeper saw the same favor resting on Joseph's name. Soon the prison fell in line, Joseph managing day and night. Whatever happened in that place, God still moved through Joseph's space. Even locked behind the wall, he wasn't abandoned after all. Yeah. Joseph stayed inside the cell, but God was with him through the hell. Pharaoh's cupbearer and baker too ended up in prison through. The captain placed them in Joseph's care, and he stayed beside them there. One night both men dreamed a dream, heavy symbols, strange unseen scenes. Morning came and Joseph saw troubled faces filled with awe. Why so down, he asked them then, what's disturbing both your heads? They replied, we dreamed last night, but no interpreters inside. Joseph answered, calm and clear, interpretations come from God here. Tell me what you saw in sleep, and maybe understanding speaks. The cupbearer spoke the first. I saw a vine begin to burst, 3 branches growing before my eyes, budding fast with grapes that rise. Pharaoh's cup was in my hand. I pressed the grapes by my own hand, then placed the cup before his throne, serving Pharaoh like before. Joseph answered, here's the key. 3 branches mean 3 days. You'll see within 3 days Pharaoh will raise you back into your former place. You'll serve again before the king, restored back into everything. But when things go well for you, remember me and speak truth too. I was stolen from my land, thrown in prison, no innocent. The baker heard the hopeful word, thought good news might come to him too. I dreamed 3 baskets on my head, top one filled with Pharaoh's bread. Birds came down and ate the food, picking through what I carried through. Joseph paused and answered plain, the meaning carries darker pain. 3 baskets mean 3 days remain, then Pharaoh's judgment comes again. You'll be lifted from this place, but not restored to former grace. Birds will feed upon your flesh, a heavy truth the dream expressed. 3 days later, Pharaoh made a birthday feast with celebration raised. The cupbearer restored again, back to serving Pharaoh's hand. But the baker lost his breath. Joseph's words fulfilled in death. Still the cupbearer walked away and forgot Joseph that day.
Yeah.
2 full years passed in the cell, Joseph still locked in prison hell. Then Pharaoh dreamed beside the Nile, images strange and running wild. 7 healthy cows came near, strong and fat, feeding there. Then 7 thin cows rose behind, weak and starving in their design. The skinny cows consumed the strong, yet still looked starving all along. Pharaoh woke disturbed inside and slept again the second time. 7 healthy heads of grain grew up full beside the plain. And 7 thin heads, scorched by wind, swallowed up the healthy grain. Morning came and Pharaoh shook, no one could explain the visions he took. Magicians failed, wise men too, none could tell what the symbols meant through. Then the cupbearer finally spoke, remembering what Joseph told. In prison there was a Hebrew man who interpreted dreams with steady hands. What he declared came fully true, just exactly like he said would do. Pharaoh sent and called him near, Joseph shaved and appeared. Pharaoh said, I've heard it told, who can understand dreams untold? Joseph answered calm and wise, it's not me, God supplies. And Pharaoh shared the dreams again, the cows, the grain, the common famine. Joseph listened and replied, the 2 dreams carry one design. 7 healthy cows and grain mean 7 years of growth and gain. The thin cows and no other grain mean 7 years of loss and pain. God is showing what will rise, a famine coming over time. 7 years abundance grows, then starvation overflows. The famine will consume the land, and people won't withstand. The dream came twice because it's sealed. God has spoken and revealed. Now choose a man both wise and strong to lead the nation through what comes. Store up grain in fruitful years, prepare ahead before the fear. Pharaoh looked across the room, no one else could do what you do. God's own spirit rests on you, wisdom clear and vision true. You will rule beside my throne, only I surpass your role. Pharaoh placed the ring on hand, raised Joseph high across the land. Fine linen robes around him placed, gold chain hanging in its place. 2nd chariot rolled ahead, people bowed where Joseph tread. He was given Egypt's seal, authority made fully real. Joseph named with royal tone, given status near the throne. He married as an in time, and favor continued through his life. Joseph traveled all the land, gathering grain with careful hands. Storehouses filled beyond the mound, too much harvest now to count. 2 sons were born before the pain, before the famine fully came. One named Manasseh from his past. God made me forget the hurt at last. The 2nd named Ephraim grew, God made me fruitful, suffering through. Then the 7 good years reached their end, and famine spread across the lands. But Egypt had prepared ahead because of what God showed and said. People came from every side, searching food to stay alive. Joseph opened stores with grain while famine crushed the earth with pain. Nations traveled from afar to Egypt's gates beneath the stars.
Jacob saw there was grain in Egypt's land, so he called his sons with firm command. Why stand staring at each other there? Go to Egypt before despair.
10 Joseph's brothers went, sent to buy food where famine spread. But Benjamin stayed behind at home. Jacob feared to leave him alone. People from many nations came, all seeking grain through famine's pain. Joseph ruled across the land, selling grain by his command. When his brothers came before his face, they bowed low in that crowded place. Joseph saw them instantly, but they failed to see his identity. The dreams returned into his mind, the visions from another time. He spoke harshly, changed his tone. Where do you come from? Speak it known. From Canaan's land, buy some grain so our households can remain. Though Joseph knew them very well, he hid himself behind the veil. You were spies, he accused instead. You came to see where we are weak.
They answered back, no, not so. We're honest men from long ago.
12 brothers from one family line, one is gone, one stays behind. Joseph remembered every dream and tested what their hearts might mean. You will prove your words are true. Bring your youngest brother through. Until then, one stays confined, the rest return but come back in time.
3 days later, Joseph changed, showing mercy through the strain.
Take grain home so your home survive, but bring your youngest back alive. Then I'll know your words are true, and trust will start to come through. The brother spoke a among themselves, not knowing Joseph understood well. This is judgment for what we did when Joseph cried and we ignored him. Reuben answered, didn't I say not to send that awful way? Now his blood is coming back, everything returned from that. Joseph turned away and wept, emotion buried, running deep. Then he chose Simeon to bind, keeping him there while others climbed. Their grain was loaded for the road, but Joseph secretly returned their gold. On the journey, one man found silver hidden in the sacks around. Fear struck hard inside their chest. What is God doing through this test? Back in Canaan they explained everything that had occurred in pain. Oh, the ruler spoke with heavy hand, demanded Benjamin in command. One brother stays in prison there until we bring our youngest near. Then they emptied all the sacks and every silver bundle stacked. Jacob's fear rose once again, you've taken Joseph from my hands. Now Simeon too is gone away, and Benjamin you wanna take. Reuben offered his own sons' lives. If I fail, let them pay the price. But Jacob answered firm with grief, my son will not go underneath. His brother's gone and he alone remains. If harm comes now, I die in pain. Yeah, the famine still consumed the land. Food grew short on every hand. When the grain was almost gone, Jacob said, go back before too long. Judah answered firm and plain. The ruler warned us once again, we cannot go without the boy. Benjamin must join the convoy. If he comes, we'll buy the grain. If not, we cannot face that man. Jacob groaned in grief and strain. Why reveal another brother's name? They replied, he questioned us direct about our father and the rest. How could we know he would demand to see our youngest brother stand? Judah stepped before his dad. I'll take responsibility for what we have. Send the boy into my care. I'll protect him everywhere. If I fail to bring him home, the blame stays mine my whole life long. If we hadn't waited all this time, we could have gone and returned twice. Jacob finally gave consent, though fear still weighed in every breath. Take gifts with you for the man, balm and honey from the land, spices, nuts and almonds too, and bring the silver carry through. The money found inside your sacks, return and now and carry double back. Take Benjamin and rise again. May God give mercy before that man. If I lose my children now, then loss is what I'll bear. Somehow the brothers traveled into Egypt's side. Benjamin standing there beside. Joseph saw him from afar. Emotion struck him hard. He told the steward of his house, bring these men inside now. Prepare a meal before the day is through. They'll dine with me at noon. The brothers fear when brought inside, thinking judgment now arrived. It's because of silver found. They'll accuse and strike us down. They explain the money's return, how they found it on the journey home. The steward answered, come in kind, peace to you. Do not fear, this time your God must have placed treasure there. Your payment already reached my care. Then Simeon was brought outside, returned to stand there by their side. Water came to wash their feet. Feed was given for the beast. The brothers prepared the gifts they brought, waiting for Joseph in Pharaoh's court. When Joseph entered, gifts were laid and low. They bowed before his face. Joseph asked about their dad. Is your father doing well? He still lives, the brothers said, then bowed their heads again. Joseph lifted up his eyes, saw Benjamin standing nearby. Is this your youngest brother here, the one you spoke about last year? Then he said with voice restrained, may God show favor on you today. Emotion surged too deep to hide. Joseph quickly stepped aside. He found a room and wept alone. Years of pain inside him broke. Then he washed his face once more, returned composed like before. Food was served in ordered ways. Egyptians separate from Hebrews' place. The brothers sat by age in line, which left them shocked inside their minds. Benjamin's portion towered high, 5 times greater than the rest beside. Still they feasted, drank and stayed, unaware who led the way.
dun 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 dun.
Joseph gave orders before the dawn. Fill their sacks before they're gone. Give them food as much as they can hold. And return each man silver and gold. But place my silver cup inside Benjamin's sack before they ride. Morning came and off they went, leaving Egypt confident. But they hadn't traveled very far when Joseph spoke to a steward hard. Rise and chase them down the road. Asked why they repaid good with wrong. Why steal the cup my master owns, the one he drinks and reads from? The steward caught them on the way and spoke the words Joseph gave. The brothers answered in surprise. Why accuse us of these lies? The silver found before we brought back again just like we ought. How then could we steal away gold or silver from your place? If the cup is found somewhere, that man will die and will serve there. The steward answered, not that way. Only the one with it will stay. The rest may leave and go in peace. No punishment will touch the rest. They lowered every sack with haste. Certain innocence would take its place. The search began from old to young till Benjamin's sack was undone. There the silver cup appeared and horror struck them deep with fear. They tore their clothes in grief and dread. Then back to Egypt all were led. Joseph waited in his hall as the brothers came and fell. What is this that you have done? Didn't you know I'd find the wrong? Judah answered broken low. What can we possibly say now? God has brought our guilt to light. We stand exposed before your sight. We are servants everyone, both the guilty and the young. Joseph answered, no, not all. Only he with the cup will fall. The rest may leave and go in peace. Return back home successfully. Then Judah stepped and moved ahead, carrying years of guilt and dread. My Lord, please let your servant speak. Do not let your ender reach. You asked about our father's life, and of the youngest by your side. We told you of the brother left, the only child remaining there. His brother's dead, his father clings to Benjamin. Above all things, you demanded he come near. Oh, we would never see you here. Our father feared to let him go. Certain sorrow would overflow, but famine drove us back again. And now the boy stands here with them. I gave my word before my dad. If I fail, the blame is mine to have. If the boy does not return, my father's grief will break and burn. His life is tied into the child. They cannot separate those lives. So let me stay here in his place, a servant bound in lasting chains. But let the boy return back home. I cannot bear my father's sorrow alone. Yeah. Joseph could not hold it in, emotion breaking deep within. He cleared the room of every man. No Egyptians left to stand. And Joseph wept so loud in pain, the sound spread through Pharaoh's place. He said, I and Joseph here. Does my father still living near? His brothers froze in fear and shock, unable even now to talk. Joseph stepped toward them near. Come close to me and do not fear. I am Joseph, the one you sold, the brother cast away of old. But don't destroy yourselves with grief. God was working underneath. The famines ruled these years already. 5 more years are coming heavy. God sent me here ahead of you to keep your family living through. You did not send me here alone. God established all of this road. He made me father to Pharaoh's throne, ruler over all Egypt's home. Go quickly now to father's side. Tell him Joseph still survives. Say I rule in Egypt's land and he must come without delay. Bring your children, flocks and all, everything within your walls. Live in Goshen close to me where I can guard the family. Otherwise the famine's hand will consume everything you have. Joseph lifted up his voice, speaking directly to his brothers. You can see me with your eyes, Benjamin standing by my side. Tell my father all you've seen, everything that Egypt means. Hurry now and bring him here, do not let delay appear. Then Joseph fell on Benjamin, weeping hard while holding him. Benjamin wept upon him too, years of loss breaking through. Joseph kissed each brother there, crying openly through the air. Only then did conversation start as fear loosened from their hearts. News reached Pharaoh's royal hall. Joseph's brothers have arrived. Pharaoh welcomed all the news, favor flowing through the room. Bring your father and your kin, come and settle
heavens back for all the young. Bring your households as they come. Joseph gave them gifts and clothes, provision for the coming road. Benjamin received far more, silver stacked and garments stored. To his father Joseph sent supplies and goods in great extent. Then he sent them on their way. Do not fight along the way. The brothers reached their father's land and stood again before the man. Joseph lives, they cried aloud, he rules Egypt now with power. Jacob stood there stunned and cold, unable yet to trust the words told. But when they shared all Joseph said and showed the wagon Santa had, Jacob's spirit came alive, hope returned inside his eyes. Enough, he said through tears that fell, my son still lives, I know it well. I will go before I die and see him with my own eyes. Israel gathered all he owned, leaving Canaan for Egypt's roads. He came to Beersheba first, offering sacrifice and worship. In the night God spoke once more, calling them like times before. Jacob, Jacob, through the dark, and he answered from the heart, here I am before you now. Then God spoke these sacred vows. I am God, your father's guide. Do not fear, this journey's tide. Go to Egypt without dread. I will grow your people there. A mighty nation will arise, even far from homeland skies. I will travel there with you and bring your descendants through. Joseph's hand will close your eyes. You will see your son alive. Jacob rose and journeyed on, carrying everyone along. Children, wives, and flocks beside. All the family unified. The wagons Pharaoh sent ahead carried all they owned instead. Sons and grandsons traveled too. Daughters, granddaughters coming through. The line of Israel moving deep. 70 souls in total reached. Judah went before the rest, leading them toward Goshen stretch. Joseph harnessed up his bride, rushed to meet his father's side. When he saw him standing near, Joseph broke in tears sincere. He embraced him long and hard, years restored beneath the stars. Israel said through emotion strong, now I can die before too long. I have seen your face alive and know my son survived. Joseph said, I'll speak ahead till Pharaoh all your people's led. I'll explain your life and trade, how your flocks and herds are raised. When Pharaoh asks the work you do, tell him shepherding is your truth. Then you'll dwell in Goshen's land, separate from Egypt's hand. Egypt looked on shepherds low, but God still shaped the path below. Yeah. Joseph went before Pharaoh's throne. Word reached Joseph, family's here. Your father weakens day by day, so he came. The flocks and herds have traveled far. Now gathered up his strength, set it bright despite the weight. He brought 5 brothers to appear, and Pharaoh questioned why they're here. What work have you done to light and known? A multitude would arise and grow. This land he promised to our line, an everlasting gift through time. Then Israel spoke again with care. Your servant shepherd flocks and sheep, that's the trade our fathers keep. The famine's marching Canaan's ground, no pasture that can now be found. Please allow us now to stay within Goshen while famine reigns. Pharaoh answered Joseph then, then embraced them both, holding federations close. I never thought I'd see a territory if among them still is found this grace. Now I see your children too. Then Joseph brought his greater mirror, and Jacob stood before Pharaoh here. Jacob blessed the ruler there, and no man warned by years and care. Pharaoh asked him of his age, how long have you walked the stage? Jacob answered, calling, warned my years has traveled. Right hand on few and difficult, have my days been troubled. Father's longest for me, and he blessed me. Pharaoh placed his back away, but Israel pushed the hands away. I know my son and given well, both will rise and both excel. But the younger will grow greater still, while the nations through him life fulfilled. And Israel blessed them both that food and word. Joseph gathered all the silver, his people traded just to live there. When the money disappeared, they brought livestock year by year. Horses cattle safe in Abraham and Isaac and made another year. The famine spread, and once again the people fled. We have nothing left to bring except ourselves, and no Manasseh too would succeed. Then he spoke to Joseph and Elias. Now with all we own, that is clear, but God will still remain with you and bring your
break through, you will return someday again, back into your father's land. Then he gave an extra shame, a blessing resting especially there. Let me come through from place to place, bound now to Pharaoh's government. Only priests kept all they had, supported by the royal hand. Joseph gave the people seed, plant the land when famine leaves. 1/5 goes to Pharaoh's store, 4 parts remain forevermore. The people answered full of thanks, you preserved our lives from death. We will serve beneath the throne, because through you we still live on. Israel dwelled in Goshen's land, prospered there by Joseph's hand. Their families multiplied and grew, a nation slowly breaking through. Jacob lived 17 years more before his strength could rise no more. Near his death he called his son. Joseph standing there alone, place your hand beneath my side. Promise me before I die, do not bury me in Egypt's ground. Carry me where fathers rest now. Writing bloody pages, I will scatter with my life. Spread them out through coming times. Brothers, praise your name, your hand will rise above your enemies. Your father's sons will bow to thee. Leadership within your seed. Judah's like a lion, grown strong and feared beside the throne. The scepter will not leave your line, no ruler staff through coming times, until the one arrives in place. Who nations follow and embrace his garments, washed in richest wine. Prosperity within his line. Zebulun will dwell near seas, harbors open and trade in streams. Issachar bends beneath the load, strong but burdened by the road. Dan will judge among the tribes that strike like serpents from the side. I wait for your salvation, God, through every dark and every storm. Gad will battle under strain, yet overcome and rise again. Asher's land will overflow, richest foods and royal flow. Naphtali runs wild and free, words of beauty in his speech. Joseph is a fruitful tree, branches stretching endlessly. Though archers hated, fought his way, still his bow remained in place. God upheld his hands through pain, strengthened him through every chain. Blessings from the heavens fall, deep beneath and overall. Blessings stronger than before, flowing through him evermore. Benjamin's a wolf at word, dividing spoils from the sword. These were Israel's final words, prophecies for generations forward. Then he spoke his final plea, bury me with family in the cave of fathers rest. Abraham and Isaac blessed, there lie Sarah, Rebecca too. Leah resting there in truth. When he finished all he said, Jacob settled on his bed. He drew his feet up one last time and passed beyond this earthly life. Joseph fell upon his father's face, weeping hard in that final place. He kissed him there through grief and pains. Generations closed their page. Joseph ordered healers near to prepare the body with care. 40 days the process ran, Egypt mourning with the family then. When the mourning days were done, Joseph spoke before Pharaoh's throne. My father made me swear an oath to bury him where our fathers rest. Please let me go and honor this, then I'll return when all is finished. Pharaoh answered, go in peace, fulfill the vow your father keeps. So Joseph journeyed north again with Pharaoh's servants and mighty men. Chariots rolled and horsemen came, a massive mourning filled the plains. They stopped beside the Jordan side and grieved along with tears and cries. The people saw the sorrow deep, this morning Egypt's come to keep. So the place was marked by grief, remembered through the years beneath. Jacob's sons fulfilled the vow, carrying him to Canaan's ground. They buried him within the cave where Abraham and Isaac lay. Then Joseph journeyed back once more, returning to Egypt's shore. But after Jacob passed away, fear rose in Joseph's brothers then. What if Joseph hates us still, and now repays us for the evil? So they sent a message near, before our father disappeared. He asked that you forgive the wrong, the sin we carried all along. Joseph wept when hearing this, old wounds breaking in the midst. His brothers came and bowed down low. We are your servants now, they spoke. But Joseph answered soft and clear, do not live trapped inside your fear. Am I standing in God's place? Judgment isn't mine to make. You intended harm through what you did, but God brought good out from within to save alive uncounted souls through every pain and broken road. So do not fear, I'll care for you, your children and your households too. He comforted them with gentle speech, bringing peace within their grief. Joseph stayed in Egypt's land, watching generations stand. He lived 110 full years, seeing grandchildren drawing near. Before his death he spoke again, God will surely come for them. He will bring you from this land back
brothers used to stand. Take my bones when that day comes, carry me back to promised ground. Then Joseph died in Egypt's place, a coffin holding him